A candidate with 2-year career gap got hired. Another candidate with no career gap got rejected. Why? Because the interviews are not just about skills, they are about the story you tell. Last week, I spoke with a front-end developer during an audit call. He had 5 years of experience, good Angular knowledge, decent projects. But there was one thing he couldn't stop thinking about: a 2-year career gap. He told me, "Sir, every time an interviewer asks about my career gap, I freeze." Then he said something interesting. "I feel recruiters have already rejected me because of it." And that's the biggest mistake I see candidates make. They assume the career gap is the problem, so they walk into interviews feeling defeated before the interview even starts. Let me tell you what I have learned after speaking with hundreds of job seekers. Most candidates spend months preparing Angular, JS, machine coding, system design, but they never prepare the answer to the one question they know is coming. Can you explain your career gap? So when the question comes, they become nervous. They start justifying, they over-explain, and suddenly the interviewer is no longer evaluating their skills. They are evaluating their confidence. I asked him one question: "What did you do during those 2 years?" He said, "I learned Angular, I built projects, I improved my communication, I prepared for interviews, I worked on becoming job ready again." I smiled and said, "Then why are you treating those 2 years like a failure?" These years were not empty. They were preparation, growth, learning, and comeback story. Here is the framework I recommend. Spend 30 seconds explaining why the gap happened. Spend 3 minutes explaining how you use that time to grow. For an example, I took a career break due to my personal responsibilities. During that period, I focused on upgrading my technical skills, building projects, improving my communication and preparing myself to return stronger and contribute effectively. That's simple. That's it. Simple, professional, confident, no apologies, no guilt, no longer explanations. Remember this: interviewers are not just looking for perfect careers. They are looking for people who take ownership of their journey. Your career gap is a fact. Your explanation is a choice, and that choice can determine the outcome of your interview. If you are struggling to explain your career gap confidently, comment gap, and I will share you the framework I use with my students during interview preparation.